President Trump highlighting the significance of trade ahead of the U.S.-China summit.
I have a great relationship with President Xi, and I think it's going to remain that way. We have a lot of things to discuss. I wouldn't say Iran is one of them, to be honest with you, because we have Iran very much under control. We're either going to make a deal or they're going to be decimated. So one way or the other, we win. We're going to be talking with President Xi about a lot of different things. I would say more than anything else will be trade.
Former Trump administration official and GOP pollster Mitchell Brown joins me now. Mitchell, let's keep that GOP pollster hat on for a moment. Big picture, what needs to happen during this trip in order for Republicans at the end of it to be able to sell it as a net positive headed into the midterms?
Well, thank you for letting me talk about what I know best here. So when we talk about this, let's just talk about the electoral impact here. One of the main reasons why Trump is pressing this trade issue with China is agriculture. So when we talk about Iowa, this upcoming election cycle, we have a gubernatorial race, a Senate race, and 2 swing congressional races there that will have a large impact. The people who've been affected by tariffs, Iowa is overwhelmingly one of those states. They've been running ads against Republicans on the tariff issue there for almost 14 months. So that's one of the first aspects there. The second is talking about investment into America, along with a lot of these trade programs that the Trump administration is pushing for, includes up to $1 trillion of investment from China into things like manufacturing and onshoring production here instead of what we've been doing on relying on this outsourcing towards them. So it's about the American worker and American farmers that Trump is trying to target here with the electoral impact.
I'm glad you mentioned ag because we got a lot of farmers that watch this show. They get up early, 5 a.m., they're getting ready for their day. We also have a lot of people in ag who watch this show as well. Where is the sweet spot, Mitchell, in terms of increasing soybean, corn, beef exports to China, while also at the same time not increasing demand too much, whereby that would drive up prices on the American consumer, who, as we well know, is really struggling with inflation right now?
Yeah, so again, a couple of these things, beef especially. So just for example, the price of ribeye has gone up 90% since its price in 2019. So again, this is hitting people hard. Again, what used to be seen as a quiet luxury to be able to have in the home is now seen as unaffordable for most. And when you talk about soybean, when you talk about corn, these things, it will naturally drive down the American price of these objects when we have the ability to trade and our farmers can sell where they please. When they currently don't have that, we're seeing countries that are not purchasing, and we're having an extra stock of this. So people have their silos filled, the grain is overflowing, and so the prices are coming up more here domestically, and people have to brunt that. So farmers are looking for some middle ground from the Trump administration to say, hey, we want to be able to, one, control how much produce that we actually have on hand, how much we can grow, and what that rate is going to be sold for. Because, again, a lot of this is also subsidized, too. So the American taxpayers are already bearing some brunt of this farming mishap, or not mishap, but again, the pricing and the overstock that they're having. So when we have this trade increase, we will see those prices naturally come down, the stock go down, and both sides, the American consumer and the American farmer that we care about dearly, will both get the better end.
And of course, we're also paying attention to energy. China getting all of its energy from Iran, or at least most of it. Now might be the time for them to get more of it from us, but we will see if that deal gets done as well. Mitchell Brown, great insight. Thank you, sir.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.